I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sport newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Wednesday, June 5th, 2019.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
If you thought our top story was going to be how Pedro Severino hit 3 home runs for the Baltimore Orioles last night, think again. The Women's College World Series took place in Oklahoma City, and Game 2 was between the UCLA Bruins and the Oklahoma Sooners. UCLA took Game 1 on Monday night 16-3, and thanks to Kinley Washington's RBI single, they took Game 2 and win the Women's College World Series. It's the first time in 807 days that the Oklahoma Sooners suffered back-to-back losses. On the 17th and 18th of March in 2017, they dropped 2 games to Cal Poly. Since then, they've played 164 games. They went 152-12, so to say that UCLA wasn't expected to win against an Oklahoma Sooner team that is from Norman, but kind of playing a home game in Oklahoma City, yeah, you'd be right. UCLA Bruins are your softball Women's College World Series champions. There was no hockey. That is going to come up on Thursday. Game 5 in Boston between the Boston Bruins and the St. Louis Blues. The series is tied at 2. In the NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors travel back to Oakland to take on the Toronto Raptors with the series tied at 1. Kevin Durant will not return for Game 3. Klay Thompson is questionable both for the Warriors. On the Raptors side, there are no injury concerns. Golden State almost went 2-0 down in the series, but they battled back in the second half of Game 2 to tie the series at 1. That game will be tonight on ABC, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Now to our final sport of the day, and yes, we will cover Pedro Severino's 3-homer game. Let's head to Major League Baseball.
Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop. Ortiz into deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
Someday, the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Holy cow!
Now from Major League Baseball.
There are 15 games on the Major League Baseball schedule. We'll start in Washington, where the Washington Nationals defeated the Chicago White Sox 9-5. The White Sox led 5-0 after 2 innings, but Nationals poured on 9 runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings combined to win the game by 4. Steven Strasburg is 6-3 on the year with a 3.54 ERA for Washington. Anthony Rendon homered as part of his 5 runs batted in RBI game for the Nationals. He basically scored as many runs as the White Sox did in the entire game. Atlanta Braves 12, Pittsburgh Pirates 5. Atlanta actually trailed entering the 7th inning 5-3, but they scored 3 runs in the top half of the 7th, top half of the 8th, and top half of the 9th to win 12-5. Toronto Blue Jays 4, New York Yankees 3. Toronto scored all 4 of their runs in the 5th inning. Masahiro Tanaka falls to 3-5 with a 3.42 ERA for the Yankees. Detroit Tigers 9, Tampa Bay Rays 6. Blake Snell, the reigning AL Cy Young, falls to 3-5 with a 3.68 ERA for the Rays. Miguel Cabrera, who has had some knee issues recently, was placed in the designated hitter role. Well, that helps in an AL park like Comerica Park in Detroit. Grand salami from Miggy. 2012 Triple Crown winner still has it, even with a bad knee. Hit 5 RBIs yesterday against the Rays. In 10 innings, San Francisco Giants 9, New York Mets 3. Mark Melancon improves to 2-0 on the year as a reliever with a 2.31 ERA for the Giants. They scored 6 runs in the top half of the 10th inning to put the game out of reach for the Mets. Cleveland Indians 5, Minnesota Twins 2. Shane Bieber, who has no relation to singer Justin Bieber, is now 5-2 on the year with a 3.57 ERA for the Indians. Miami Marlins 16, Milwaukee Brewers nothing. The Marlins scored 11 runs in the 5th inning alone. They had 19 hits on the day compared to Milwaukee's 6 hits. But the 11-run 5th inning is what broke open the game for Miami. Chicago Cubs 6, Colorado Rockies 3. Kyle Hendricks is 6-4 with a 3.16 ERA for the Cubbies, who get revenge from last year's NL wildcard game against the Rockies. Carlos Gonzalez had a hit against his former team, driving in a run, and Kyle Schwarber hit a home run so hard we're pretty certain it's in orbit by now. Boston Red Sox 8, Kansas City Royals 3. Eduardo Rodriguez improves to 6-3 on the year for the Red Sox. Eduardo Nunez had a pinch hit 3-run homer for the Red Sox in the top of the 8th inning to put the Red Sox up 6-2. Cincinnati Reds 4, St. Louis Cardinals 1. Luis Castillo is 6-1 with a 2.38 ERA for the Reds. Yasiel Puig also had a home run for Cincinnati. LA Dodgers 9, Arizona Diamondbacks nothing. The Diamondbacks had 3 hits on the afternoon. Both teams combined for 5 errors in the game. Oakland Athletics 4, LA Angels 2. Shohei Ohtani had a 2-run home run for the Angels. They were the only 2 runs that they scored that occurred in the 6th inning. Blake Treinen gets his 12th save of the year for the A's. Houston Astros 11, Seattle Mariners 5. Mitch Haniger had a home run for the Mariners, but it wasn't enough to take down the AL West leading Astros, who win by 6. Philadelphia Phillies 9, San Diego Padres 3. Bryce Harper continues to struggle at the plate for the Phillies. He's in the first year of his 13-year contract. He did go 2 for 5, but he's only batting .247 on the year. The Phillies acquired Jay Bruce from the Mariners over the weekend, and he hit 2 home runs yesterday, his 15th and 16th homers of the season between the Phillies and Mariners. Finally, in the last game of the day, Baltimore Orioles 12, Texas Rangers 11. The Orioles are the worst team in baseball at 19-41. Dylan Bundy does improve to 3-6 for the Orioles. Drew Smyly falls to 1-4 for the Rangers. But the big thing for the Orioles, Pedro Severino, first Orioles catcher in history to have not 1, not 2, but 3 homers in a game for the Orioles. 3 homers in a game in itself is pretty incredible. To do it for baseball's worst team and to get them their 19th win of the season, that's the Sport Report for Wednesday, June 5th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports. Do you want to contact Chandler Sports or members of the Sport Report team? Visit sportreportcws.com. This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler Sports is strictly prohibited.